I've been on my like AA quotes lately, which is funny. I don't go to AA or anything, but I did use the program to get sober, so I think it has awesome merit. There's tons of wisdoms and gems in there. So the ultimate simplicity in terms of a mindfulness quote is one day at a time. And you know, we forget that shit sometimes. Sometimes, especially when you start planning everything, there's this tendency to be looking at the bigger picture, and you're looking at like these longer, drawn out timelines, which is good because you need to do that. That's how you actually start to plan your life and you get some of the results in the future that you want. But I will say that it has a tendency to rob from your day-to-day mindfulness. It's like you're constantly projecting into the future. It's not like, what am I doing right now? It's, oh, well, like tomorrow I'm doing this, and then tomorrow I'm doing this, and then Thursday I got to do this, and then this weekend I'm going to have to reset all my stuff. Just understand, it's still just, your life is today. Your life is today. So just live today. So at the end of the day, like when I make a plan, the reason I'm doing that is in hopes that if I time block some things out, that once that block starts, that I can fucking forget about everything else and I can fully immerse in what's supposed to be done in that block. And I can be present for it. So that's kind of that intersection between like always striving for the future, but still being present in the moment, because those are the hardest two things to combine. I've found that to be really, really true. I've always been someone that's like pressing into the future. I'm the opposite of these people that live in the past and are kind of just like fucking listless and don't want to do anything. Like that's not me. Like I'm always driving into the future. But when that happens, I do have a tendency to kind of be trying to live over there instead of living right here. So just remember, the plan is just so that you can be mindful and be present. It's not so that you can constantly be pushing towards the next thing. You know, Sean Acker famously said that Americans are really good at pushing happiness over the horizon. And that's a really slippery slope. That's kind of the trap that you fall in when you start like really driving for your better future, is that you can kind of constantly be like, well, things are going to be a lot better next year. Well, I can't wait until next year. Let me tell you, you don't want to do that, because that's pushing your life away. Like you only have a certain amount of days. You want to enjoy every one you have on this earth to be alive. You never get those back. So don't constantly be thinking like you want to future project. Like, oh, I can't wait. No, you don't want to be older. I wish I could be younger. I wish I could go back and live my 20s again, to be completely honest, and get a redo on it. You know, kids are amazing for generating that mindfulness. Like with my son, I'm never pressing forward and going, I can't wait until he's X years old. I'm just living up the fact that I will never get him as a 4-year-old again. Every day that goes by is one less day I have with him at that specific age and all that stuff. So just be careful of that. If you start really trying to like better yourself and move into the future, that you don't want to start projecting yourself over and living there. Today is your life. Your life is made up of your days are made up of your mornings. That's the simplest approach to think about being really mindful and present. So live today and be satisfied and grateful for the day that you have. Then you curate a plan that's to make the tomorrow of your life even better by curating these systems and kind of working on some stuff that can make your situation better.